Alright, what is up? It's Turbo Tuesday, which means I'm gonna be last place on the daily challenge leaderboard again. Isn't that great? We also have a puzzle made by yours truly. Hell yeah. Um, and it's gonna be one of those ones again. I think when I sent this to Andrew, I said something like, experimental, this will probably get rejected, question mark. If not, everyone's going to hate it. Okay. Um, Maybe you could tell why. We have none of it, obviously. I don't remember what town this was, and I don't even know if I can pull the name of the town because I think the only town in none of it that I can name is Iqaluit. I'm pretty sure this is not Iqaluit. Like this is something that's like super out there, even by none of its standards. But I think it's really cool that they have indoor coverage there. You know, it's pretty sick. Gen 4 Google would never. All right, that's why Gen 3 is the best generation. This is some random place in either Tokyo or Osaka. I think this was Tokyo. I don't know what this is, but I thought it was kind of cool with the escalators. But I mean, it's something. This is some random metro station in Osaka. Um, Genuinely just the first one that I clicked on because like basically every single metro station in Japan has tripod coverage, which I guess is cool. As a mapper, it really sucks. Good segue, by the way, because I got my new metro stations of the world, which has over 9,000 locations, all of the metro stations around the world with official coverage, so no China. If there was China on this map, it would have like 20,000 locations probably. Um, and like I keep getting fucked by the tripod coverage, because when I mapped Asia last year, I didn't pano ID the location. So what keeps happening is that the actual like road coverage gets replaced with the goddamn tripod coverage. And the worst thing is that when your coverage gets overwritten with the tripod coverage, you can't just like select the date and go back to the normal coverage because then it will only have the tripod coverage as an option. So you have to find the locations, delete them, make a new one. And it's really annoying. And the same thing also keeps happening with like locations on bridges or under a bridge where it gets replaced with something on the other side of the bridge that I don't want, and or something else breaks, I don't know, or like coverage gets updated and then suddenly there's a buzz in the way. So like I just need to go back and I don't know, remap like half of the locations and pano ID them. So yeah, if you play this map, there's a chance you might get some broken locations. I'm sorry, especially in Asia, especially in Japan. But I'm doing my best to update it. Moving record right now is 35 minutes by Yi, so I think you need to give us some competition. No move is 2 minutes 26. But yeah, we need more moving runs. Anyway, back to the puzzle. This is an interesting location. The map over there might give you a general idea for where this is. This is Mongolian camera, of course. Everyone knows about it. This is also Iraq, by the way. This is Mongolia again, just some random place in Ulaanbaatar. Unfortunately, I don't speak Mongolian, so I couldn't really tell you what this is. But yeah, I mean, we got the Vancouver Convention Center, of course, like one of the most famous locations of all time. Everyone knows about the Vancouver Convention Center. This is some random place in Japan. I think this is Tokyo. I think this is like right next door to this one or something. There's so much indoor tripod in Japan. This is also Iraq. This is Canada, of course. Maybe this was like Manitoba or the Northern Territory. I don't remember where this was. But I mean, you can just solve the puzzle and then it'll tell you. This is the Osaka Aquarium again, showing up for the second time in like 1 week. I actually made this puzzle before I made the other one. I made this puzzle like almost a month ago. So it's been a while. But yeah, should be pretty obvious that it is Japan. This is also Vancouver. And this is honestly one of the coolest locations. This is Mongolia. And it's such interesting framing, isn't it? Because you can look out of the window and you can kind of see what the city looks like. It's such a sick location, I think. I'm very proud for finding this one. This is also Mongolia, of course, and Iraq, and Canada. Um, so yeah, like I had this idea to make an indoor puzzle. I don't remember how I got the idea. I think it was because like I was thinking of like famous geoguessr locations, and I thought of the Vancouver Convention Center. I was like, I need to make a puzzle that includes the Vancouver Convention Center. So then I decided to make an indoor puzzle just to be able to include this, because might as well make all of the locations indoor except like this one, I guess, which is still like inside of a building, kind of. But yeah, this is the closest to an outdoor location you're gonna get. And then, like, of course, I knew Canada had to be in there because we had to have the Vancouver Convention Center. And I framed it so that you can actually see out of the window and you can kind of see the city. Because I think if you don't know about the Vancouver Convention Center, like, the carpet is so famous. Like, obviously, everyone knows the carpet. But if you don't know it, it's gonna be, like, borderline impossible to know where this is. So I made sure that you can look outside and you can kind of see the water, you can see the pine trees, you can see the mountains. So you might be able to get that one. And then I knew that there was a lot of tripod coverage in super remote towns and like Nunavut and the Northwest Territories. So I clicked around there. I found some locations that clearly indicate that they are Canada with the native languages and the sign telling you that it's Nunavut. What was the fourth Canada? Oh yeah, this one. This was another one that I found where you can look outside. And I thought that was very important for indoor because I know that everyone's going to complain about indoor because it's not like normal street view. So I had to include clues in every single location. And that's why this puzzle is relatively easy, because I had to make sure that every location is obvious, because otherwise it's going to be impossible. Because most people don't play Indoor World. And I think most people also don't really enjoy Indoor World. So I guess, I mean, it probably has more of like a puzzle element where you just need to look for the language clues or something. But it's not that hard, IMO. And then regarding the other countries, I knew that Mongolia had to be in there because of Mongolian camera. Like everyone knows about Mongolian camera. It's so famous, obviously. I might have said that already. I just found it like very obvious that it had to be in the puzzle just because of that. Like it's the one thing like Rainbow was always calling out like consistently where I'm like, oh yeah, like that's so famous, you know. You need to have Mongolia. And then for the Japan, I just included Japan because I know there's so much indoor coverage in Japan. Like I feel like if you play Indoor World, it becomes very obvious like what the most common countries are very quickly. It's always like Japan has a lot of indoor coverage. There's also a lot of indoor coverage in like random airports in Indonesia for some reason. But I think Japan might be like the most common country in indoor. I mean, I could be wrong, but there's just so much there that I knew that I would be able to find some good locations. And then finally, I was thinking about my fourth option, and then I realized, wait a second, I can include Iraq. Like, this wasn't originally planned, but obviously, like, if you do an indoor puzzle, you have to include Iraq, because all of the coverage is inside of the National Museum in Baghdad, and literally the only way you could ever include Iraq in Geonections is if you do an indoor puzzle. So then I realized I could kind of, like, catch two birds with one stone by also including Iraq. Because like Andrew and I talked about this a couple months ago, because I asked him if he had a list of all of the countries that were not included in Geonections yet, and he didn't actually have one, so I ended up compiling one myself. And I think it wasn't complete, because at least I was missing Afghanistan, because I didn't know that there was tripod there. But yeah, I did bring up Iraq, and I was like, Iraq's never going to be in a puzzle because all of the coverage is tripod inside of a museum. But this is how you do it. Like, this is the only way. Unless Google decides to cover Iraq, which would be cool, but I don't think that's going to happen anytime soon. But yeah, Iraq is in the game. There you go. It's probably never going to show up in Geonections again, so enjoy it while it lasts. I don't remember the difficulty here, I think Japan might honestly be the easy one because it's just so obvious. Where's my fourth Japan? There. Like, I don't remember. I sent this to Andrew on the 28th of February, so it's been a while. And then I think Canada might be the medium. Maybe it is honestly Mongolia, just because there's text in like every single location. But maybe I'm wrong about that. I mean, this one, I guess, is not that obvious, but it's pretty obvious, right? I mean, the buildings, I mean, maybe you go Russia on that, but like, obviously there's no Russia in this puzzle, so. I mean, I do not remember whether Mongolia or Canada was. Honestly, maybe Canada is the medium, just because like half of the locations are telling you that it's Canada, and the other two you get the Vancouver skyline or look out of the window, and then I guess Canada is just a more famous. God damn it. Canada is just a more famous country than Mongolia, but I guess that is not how it works. This is Mongolia. Oh, never mind. For some reason, I just thought I skipped a difficulty. I was like, wait a second, why did I do the hard one? But no, obviously not. We're going in order. It's fine. And this is Iraq. Like, I guess Iraq is by far the hardest one in the puzzle if you've never seen it before, which is why I made sure to include 2 locations with a map to kind of give you a general idea where you might be looking. But I believe this location is actually featured in actual maps. Like the only Iraq location ever. But yeah, like I guess the odds of you having seen it are very low, like 1 in 100,000, I suppose. If you play a map that has it, it's probably more than 1 in 100,000, because I think like if you play a game of GeoGuessr, you would see more than just one location. But yeah, there you go. Cool puzzle. Shout outs to whoever made that. And we're gonna play some Turbo. And we get Turkey. Okay. I guess Andrew must have watched my videos and realized how bad I am. So now he's like, alright, we're gonna make it obvious. The only issue is that I only know like the super big cities in Turkey, so like I don't really know what any of this means. I would think this might include a place name, but I mean, it looks like European Turkey to me, honestly. I could be wrong, but like the issue is European Turkey is kind of flat, isn't it? So maybe you go in like, I don't know, look for like a random town with a river. It's gonna be a small town. But we're gonna do some scanning. I'm gonna look at some bigger cities. It's not gonna be this, right? No, obviously not. The angle of the river isn't even right. Do I just trust my region guess? I mean, maybe we could be on like something like this if the angle of the bridge was different. And I think it's also going to be a smaller town. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'm expecting like 10 5Ks because it probably had enough info. Oh yeah. Yeah, very findable. I just didn't get that far east, I guess. I was only checking like this area. I mean, there you go. Definitely very findable. I guess this is unconventional or what? The sign almost looks Spanish to me. The plate does not. What does the landscape look like? I mean, it's hard to say because it's so sandy, right? Could this ever be like Italy, maybe? Like a crazy Italy? Because like, what do you do with these mountains? Yeah, I think honestly I kind of like the Italy guess, yeah. I think that might make sense with the sign. If we have mountains like northeast, and then maybe I just go in here somewhere, I don't know. It is Spain. I guess if the sign looks Spanish, you just go Spain. But I really thought that wasn't a Spanish license plate. I guess cars travel, am I right? That's not a Spanish plate. Oh, well. You hate to see it. Here's the... Does this count as a railway location or as a bridge location? It should be Switzerland, right? No, actually it doesn't really look like Switzerland. No, it's definitely not Switzerland. Or what is it? Because I know they have like railway tracker in Switzerland, which is why I thought that, but looks like a bigger city. Almost reminds me of like Porto. And with these buildings, I mean, like I don't think it's Porto. No, definitely not. Do we have any other guesses? Like, what is the train? Don't recognize the train. Do I just send it in like... I mean, I would think it probably looks like Spain or Italy or something. Something in the mountains. I don't know. Something in here. Like, I don't know. I thought the river did not line up at all. I should always just guess what I think it is, right? What is this? Isn't this like something we had in like Moving Monday? No, it's not. I mean, it's Spain again. Zaragoza, maybe? I mean, it smells like a repeat. I want to say we had something like this. Like, I was thinking of that one location in like Orléans, I think. Does this line up? Yeah. Okay, and we get like, what? Stop zooming like a dumbass. Isn't this also like a Geonections repeat? Haven't we had this before? What? I mean, I thought it was like Poland, right? I mean, obviously. Can we find this? Lapshanka or Wapshanka, probably, like down here. I mean, we have some crazy mountains. So you would think we are in here somewhere. I don't think I'm gonna find it, but I mean, never give up, right? And this is why I look at the map for 30 seconds and nothing's gonna happen. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna find it, but I mean, I should be like close enough, probably. Maybe go all the way in here or something, I don't know. Yeah, okay, it's just there. Right on the border. Oh yeah, that's us. That's, I mean, it's visible at this zoom level. Okay, I mean, to be honest, I thought it was Porto, I thought it was Spain. Like, I mean, I still threw in Turkey because I didn't find it in time, but like, just go Porto when you think it's Porto, or just go Spain. Like, I don't think I would have sent like downtown Gibraltar, but I would have at least been in Spain, right? Like, and now I'm in like 20 millionth place. That's very unlucky. Yeah, very like 23k able seed. I guess it is 24k able if you're not an idiot, but I mean, how many points did I lose on Turkey? 900? I mean, would have been close. Yeah, I mean, you know what? I will see you guys tomorrow.